Hi guys, welcome back to Guru Beauty, coming at you with October favourites. Starting with the face, I've been sent some items from Dermalogica to try out, and they're multivitamin power firm. This one was recommended to me by a viewer. It's part of their Age Smart line, and I usually prepare my under eye area with moisturiser or a light eye cream in the mornings and then put concealer over the top. A lot of viewers have been talking to me since I did the Mama Makeover earlier this month about creasing of concealer under the eyes, and that's something that I certainly get. I'm 35 and definitely at the point where I am concerned about creasing and fine lines and things settling into and exacerbating the look of fine lines. We don't want that. So this is a little bit different to an eye cream or a daily eye cream. This is like a silicone. It says that it'll combat visible lines around the eye area with a powerful firming complex. Vitamin A and antioxidant vitamin C and E improve elasticity and smoothness while scavenging free radicals. Contains no artificial fragrance or colour. Now if it's good for your skin, good for improving elasticity and everything, that's great. I find that as a sort of silicone that I just sort of tap into my under eye area before I put on my corrector and or concealer, I find that this really helps keep concealer on longer under my eyes. It helps smooth out the lines, and I find that it also helps with things not settling into lines, whereas they may have before with an eye cream. So definitely keep this one in mind. If you have that problem with concealer creasing under eyes and you're like me with the fine lines, give this one a try. It's not cheap, so if you can get a sample, ask for a sample at a salon or spa, wherever you can find Dermalogica, and see how you go with it, because I am really enjoying that. And the 15ml tube is going to last a long time. You need the tiniest amount for both eyes in the morning. There's a lot of slip with this one. Finishing off the face products, I have two more. First of all, just a tried and true favourite. I do foundation reviews on here with all the different foundations that I try out. This one, every single time I come back to it, I love it. I'll see myself in the mirror in the middle of the day and just remember what I love about this foundation. This foundation from Estee Lauder, the Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup, is my holy grail. Someone who's concerned with large pores, oily breakthrough, makeup that needs to stay on all day and look lovely and smooth with good coverage, you just cannot go past this. It is SPF 10, you will get a little bit of flashback with flash photography. Besides that, love it, love it, love it. Cannot go past this foundation, and I just want to make sure it gets a shout out because I do talk a lot about other foundations, because I trial a lot of foundations and I will be doing more reviews on many different foundations coming up, but this definitely deserves the shout out as my holy grail, and you will see it in my end of year favorites for sure. Cannot go past the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, and apparently available in new shades. They do tend towards the pinker side. I wear the 3N1 Ivory Beige. I find this an excellent match for me right now as about an NC25. Last skin product is from Benefit. It's been out for probably about a year. It's their What's Up highlighter, and it has a little sponge that I don't use on one end, and then it has a twist up golden hued highlighter stick on the other. It's a pinky goldy champagne. I have been starting to wear this under makeup on my cheekbones and find that it's giving a really nice effect. So I usually put these kinds of products over foundation and under powder, but I've really been enjoying the effect. It's a lot more subtle, but you still do see luminosity coming through your foundation when you put products like this underneath. And this is a nice one. I do really like this one from Benefit. What's Up? I will post a link to the website down below. You are paying US recommended retail on benefit.com, so it more than covers the shipping if you're ordering one or two products. On to the eyes. So this one I picked up at IMATS, and you would have seen me use this in a Get Ready With Me or a tutorial recently, probably from the last month since I came back from IMATS Sydney. This is from Makeup Forever. It's their Aqua Brow. I got this in the shade 25. It's a waterproof eyebrow corrector. I'll apply this with my angled eyeliner brush. Love it. I find it's a natural finish. It lasts all day. It looks lovely and natural, believe it or not. I'll use the back of my hand to just get the perfect amount on my brush, and Love it, would thoroughly recommend it. Okay, onto liner. This one is from Illamasqua, and I picked this one up in Sydney. You'll see this in my Sydney haul that I posted probably about a month ago. This is their Precision ink in the colour Havoc, and I think it's part of their Generation Q line, the one that celebrates women of all ages and the beauty that we all have regardless of our age or the depth of our wrinkles. I love that campaign. But anyway, this is their liquid eyeliner in Havoc, and it's beautiful. It's this eggplant colour, and it comes with like a firm felt tip. The thing that I love about this shade is that it's not brown, it's not black, it's still very opaque. It does have a shinier finish, so if you're someone who's not really into the shinier finish eyeliners, this is not the one for you, but I love it. I love the way it photographs. I love the opacity of it. I love the way it so simply applies. If you want a cat liner, if you want a thin line, I just love it and would thoroughly recommend it. Illamasqua you can pick up at Maya around Australia in key Maya locations, nowhere in Western Australia. Sorry if you're sick of hearing me whinge about that. But also you can get Illamasqua from their own website, and you can often get free international shipping from illamasqua.com. So go and check that website out if you are interested in Illamasqua and cannot get it at a Maya that's convenient to you. Onto some eyeshadows I've really been enjoying. I did post some pictures of a really smoky glittery blue eye that I did earlier on in the month for a night out with the girls, and I used the Naked Cosmetics Heavy Metal Stack, and this is the shade that I used, HE06, a really beautiful vivid blue. I think I put probably like a NYX Black Bean eye crown on my eyelid, then just packed this beautiful vivid foily metallic blue over the top. Beautiful, loved it, so gorgeous and glam, and just add something different to a really dramatic eye without being all black or all brown or all silvery. I really enjoyed that blue, even with my brown eyes. A couple other eyeshadow palettes I've really been enjoying. The Wet n Wild Colour Icon 8-pan palette. This is in Comfort Zone, and Comfort Zone I did not mention in my neutral eyeshadow palettes video that I posted this month for the under $25 range. This is a neutral palette, but I didn't want to mention it because it does include greens, and I didn't want to get too exotic with my palette colors because then it opened up a whole nother door for other palettes. This is pretty close to neutral. It's got some gorgeous shades both sides. It's got a gorgeous dupe for MAC's Club eyeshadow. It's like a duochrome warm brown and green shade. So I will tell you that it is all shimmery. I am wearing it today. I would mix it with more matte shades, matte in the crease maybe, with a bit of this shimmer on the eyelid maybe, but every time I wear it I fall in love with this one all over again, so I love it. Also my Inglot Rainbow palette, I picked this one up at IMATS in New York in April. I love it. So this is all 20 colours of the rainbow shades available from Inglot. Gorgeous eyeshadows. A lot of the eyeshadows that they have in store are shimmer, the DS range, or pearl, so they've got sheen or shimmer or glitter. These are all matte, and what you get per pan is 3 different shades. It looks like there's a lot of crossover here in some of the neutral shades, but I find actually when I apply them on the eye, I could just use these 3 shades alone on the eye, and because they're so pigmented, they do come up very different on the eye. So you could make a look definitely with just one of these pans with the 3 colors. Because they're so matte, I find they're just beautiful. If you are someone who is looking for matte eyeshadows, I would thoroughly recommend these rainbow pans from Inglot. And these are the 20 colours that they come in. You can stay pretty neutral, you can get pretty colourful and get bigger bang for the buck with 3 shades per pan. Last eyeshadow palette I wanted to share with you was one that I picked up at IMATS in Sydney last month in September. And this is the Ben Nye Essential Eyeshadow and Rouge Palette, ESP 952. That's what it looks like. It is beautiful. It's just beautiful for a neutral eye. I can't say enough. It's got a matte white, a matte cream, 3 shades of matte brown, and a beautiful nice deep black, and then all of these blushes to choose from, which of course can also be used on the eye to warm up any of these shades, warm up the crease. Absolutely love it. I was trying to weigh up which Ben Nye palette I would get in Sydney, and I'm so glad that I chose this as my first Ben Nye palette. I'm in love with it. Definitely a strong favourite for this month. A fantastic introduction for me to the Ben Nye eyeshadow and blush range. Onto the lips. Couple of lip favourites for you today. The YSL Glossy Stains. This one is in the number 4 and I love it. It's a beautiful neutral colour for the day. It does stay looking lovely. It wears off evenly. I do really enjoy this product. Wasn't sure if I'd like it or not after the makeup artist applied it with a cotton bud to my lips. I bought it anyway and really am enjoying this with the actual applicator that it comes with. Thoroughly recommend this. And then the other lip combination that I really enjoyed this month was a glossy nude lip, and I used the shade Blankety from MAC. Blankety is not a nude myth-like colour. It's a beigey type pink that just looks really nice on the lips. It really finishes off a look without being too, you know, dead person nude. And then I've been topping that with a gloss that I got in a beauty box. This one is from Mirenesse. It does say number 8, so that may be the shade. Onto some hair products. So I did do a video recently on my blow dry routine using Toni & Guy products, and this is another Toni & Guy product that I did mention at the end of that video. I love this product. This is the Toni & Guy Cleanse Dry Shampoo for day 2 freshness. You can use this on day 2, day 3. You can even use it on day 1 after shampooing into the roots for back combing or for extra volume. Really like it. Now, my favorite, as has been featured in many favorites video, is the Batiste dry shampoo. That retails for about $7.99 to $9.99 depending on where you find it. That's 150 mils. This is 250 mils, so almost double, for about 15 bucks. I saw this at Big W, regular price for $14 something. Now that alone right there already makes it equivalent value, that you're almost getting double for almost double the price. Two things that I love about this. First thing is that it really helps keep the grease and the oil at bay longer than the Batiste. So with the Batiste, I'll come to do my hair on day 3 and it's greasy. It's like I never did dry shampoo the day before. So I do spray just as much dry shampoo in it on day 3 and, you know, starting to look pretty manky by day 3. With this product, when I go to do my hair on day 3, you know that you applied this on day 2. There's still oil grease control happening there in the roots, so I don't even necessarily have to use that on day 3 after I've used it on day 2. That saves you some money right there, the fact that you only have to use it once for 2 days of oil control. The second thing that I love about this product from Toni & Guy is the fact that there is no residue. So when I did do my Batiste video showing you how I use it, while it may not be a powdery white residue once you've rubbed it in and brushed it through, there is still a bit of a feeling of residue, and that's part of what gives you volume. But this one does not have any of that, and I did hear back from quite a few people after that video that if they have dark hair, they are still concerned about the powdery residue with Batiste. This is excellent, and I've tried quite a few dry shampoos in my time. This is fantastic. It's my new favorite. It has taken over from Batiste, and I think while the can does cost more unit for unit, this provides better value for you girls who are looking at saving a buck or two. The second product that I wanted to talk to you about as far as favorites for this month go, this one is from Vidal Sassoon, and this is their conical clipless wand. I've had this for probably a year. It goes up to 200 degrees Celsius. It is Soltech ceramic technology. I have a, you know, a straight even edged clipless wand. I have the traditional curling wands. I have the GHD straighteners that I use to curl. I have a lot of different hair appliances to curl. What I love about this is that A, it provides a really casual kind of beachy kind of wave that really adds a lot of volume as opposed to my GHD curls, but these last more so than any other product that I've ever used for curling. For me, the curls on this last into the second day so that I don't even have to restyle. I can just put in some beach spray, some sea salt texturizing spray, and I'm done. That's why I love this, because they're curls that last. Now onto a few more miscellaneous type items. We are heading into summer and I have been starting the self-tanning on my legs. I have never used a applicator mitt before for my self tanner. I've usually just put on latex, you know, rubber gloves and rubbed that stuff all over my body. This just makes it so easy. This is a tan optimizer from Tropez. I'm not sure if all of the gloves work the same. This one is less than 10 bucks from Priceline. It's their tan applicator mitt, and what I've always wondered about with these mitts, no one's ever mentioned in their YouTube videos when they talk about mitts, is the fact that the product doesn't seep through the glove onto your hand. I've always thought that you'd need an additional glove into this sponge-like mitt so that the tan doesn't get all over your hand, but you don't. There is actually protection between your hand and the outer sponge layer so that your hand does not get self-tan on it, and I love it. It really does make it so easy and so fast to apply self-tanner, and because it's such a thin layer of foam, it doesn't absorb a whole lot of product, so you're still getting all the product on your skin, and it's just a speedy, fast, flawless way to apply that to all over your body. Thoroughly recommend it. Great value. Another favorite nail product, and I think this is going to be one of the last nail products that I think I ever talk about as far as nail treatment. This one is from Dermalogica, which you can pick up on beautybay.com. This is her Hard Rock Hydrating Hardener. You use this underneath the nail color, over the nail color, and then they recommend that you do use it every night then over your nail color. What I loved about this product, yes, it hardens, yes, it's a nice base coat, top coat, everything. I still put a treatment like my Sally Hansen Miracle Thickener first on my nail, then I put this down as a base coat, then my color, and then this is another top coat. I also use my OPI Rapid Dry over that to help everything dry nice and fast. What I love about this is that my nail polish lasts so much longer than any other product that I've ever used. My big issue with nails for the last year have been peeling nails, and I do like the Sally Hansen Miracle treatment for that, the one in the blue bottle. I've spoken about that, but my nail polish has never lasted so long as when I've been using it with this Dermalogica Hard Rock. I would thoroughly recommend this if you, like me, can't go past day 2 without chips in your nail polish, regardless of the brand that you use. Try this. It's excellent. Perfume of the month would be the Jennifer Aniston perfume. This is very jasmine-y. I find that it's lovely going into spring, very light, very floral. You would want to take a little Travelo full of this with you too. It does not last very long. It does not last all day, despite the fact that it is an eau de parfum. It's not all that expensive, but it's just a lovely, light, jasmine-y floral scent if you're into those kinds of scents, and I'm really enjoying that for spring. And that brings us to my very last favorite for the month. This is a plug-in fragrance from Airwick, and I got this in the scent Vanilla Orchid. Now, one of the things that I really like about this is that it's got a dial, so you can go right from very weak to very strong. I've had this plugged in one corner of a lower level of a multi-story townhouse on the very lowest setting, and the scent has permeated through the entire place. We're about halfway through, so I would say that this would last a month, but it's a beautiful floral perfume scent. I adore it, and it makes me smile when I come home after a long day and I'm exhausted. I just have to smile because I walk in the door and I smell this beautiful scent, and it reminds me how lucky I am to be alive. And this is the fragrance that has done it for me this month for my home. I'm absolutely loving it. If you get a chance to go and have a little whiff of the Vanilla Orchid, I picked this one up at my local IGA, so your local supermarket would sell these Airwick plugins. I love that you don't have to think about it. You just plug it in, off you go, and it permeates through the whole house. Couple of misses for you this month. The first one has to do with teeth whitening. So people ask me all the time, how do you get your teeth so white? I use and love Crest White Strips. I haven't used Crest White Strips for over a year, but I did spot this in Priceline. It's from a brand called Cleverwhite. It's a professional teeth whitening system, and unlike any other teeth whitening product I have seen in this country, these are strips. This packet sells for about 25 bucks from Priceline. It contains 42 whitening strips, a strip for the top, a strip for the bottom. These ones dissolve. You wear them for 5 to 10 minutes once a day, and I hate them. I absolutely hate them. They are supposed to dissolve in your mouth. They turn into a gluggy, horrible texture, just disgusting. It tastes gross. It doesn't dissolve nicely. It might whiten. I did take before shots. I am still finishing off this box, but this is everything that I used to not enjoy about the original Crest white strips. They've made the technology so much better now that the strips stick on really nice and firmly, yet you can still remove them when you're ready to remove them. They leave no yucky, clumpy gel bits of whitener on your teeth, and this does everything that you don't want a white strip to do. So you're spitting out gobs of this yucky whitening stuff, and I would not recommend them. I was so excited to see white strips on the Australian market, but these are not the ones, girls. You can get Crest white strips from eBay. I recommend the 3D Advanced whitening strips from Crest and not these Cleverwhite. Save you 25 bucks. The last miss is going to be a little bit controversial. This is the Giorgio Armani Maestro Fusion Makeup. I picked it up on the very first day that they delivered it to the makeup counter. The guy that was selling it to me, I think, you know, hadn't been trained officially. He'd read one of the pieces of paper that came with it. They had to, you know, pull it out of a box for me. It's not a foundation that provides any kind of coverage for me. Some people say they get a light to medium coverage. I have no idea how. It doesn't do that for me. It doesn't smooth over my pores as much as I would want. It doesn't give me any noticeable radiance as much as I would want. It's struggling to find a special place in my heart. And I think this retails for close to $90 or $100. I'm not sure. I've seen raves. It's not doing it for me. When I went to a second Giorgio Armani counter after buying this and asked the lady how the guy that sold it to me could have said that it only takes 2 drops to cover my whole face, and yet I'm finding I need about 20 in order to get any kind of decent medium coverage on my face, she said it's not a foundation, it's a fusion makeup. Use it like a primer. So instead of a primer, under your foundation and then pop foundation over the top. I've done that. I don't think there's $100 worth of improvement on, you know, the side of the face versus the other. You may hear more about this from me. I would like to do a side-by-side comparison for you, just so you can see how it goes on, how you can see how it compares at the end of the day. This works a dream as a holy grail product for many people here on YouTube. I've seen many raves, not for me. I'm an oily combination complexion. I have large pores that concern me, fine wrinkles that concern me, pigmentation that I need to have covered, and I need whatever makeup I'm wearing to last all day, from morning through to night. Sometimes I work from 7 in the morning to 9, 10 o'clock at night. I need my makeup to last, and sometimes without touch-up. So this unfortunately has not been doing it for me, but I will continue to play, and I will probably let you know a little bit more about this once I feel comfortable enough to put out a review on it. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any suggestions. They are all my favorites for the month. Hope that you enjoyed. Let me know what your favorites were down below. Definitely feel free to post a video response to this video. We will see you all again really, really soon. Thank you so much for watching, and have yourself a beautiful day. Bye.